Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're yurting it up on the steps as Mr. Yo, playing as the Britons in blue, gets ready to take on DauT, playing as the Italians in red. Now all the players heard their herdables build their town centers, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to get their butts up to feudal as soon as possible. Let's take a look at the civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Britons are a civilization built around supporting their ranged units. Their archery ranges work 10% faster. Their foot archers, except for skirmishers, come with free extra range in Castle Age and Imperial. And if that's not enough range for you, all of their foot archers can be upgraded to get even more, you guessed it, range. Now, all of this range is pretty damn good news for their unique unit, the longbow. This is a pretty decent foot archer with a massive 12 range when fully upgraded. Now, Briton Trebs are also some of the most powerful in the game because they can be upgraded to do blast damage and have 100% accuracy against stationary units. Now, to support their military production, Briton town centers do cost 50% less wood, and their shepherds work 25% faster. Just to the southeast, we've got DauT playing as the Italians in red, a cost-cutting civilization. Their university technologies are cheaper. Advancing to the next age is cheaper. Their gunpowder units are cheaper, and using all of these saved resources, the Italians can actually field two unique units. The first is the Genoese crossbowman, a decent foot archer with a pretty good attack bonus against cavalry, and the second is the Condottiero, a quick-moving tanky infantry unit with not only a massive attack bonus against gunpowder units, but also added armor against certain gunpowder units. And to make these unique units even tankier on the field of battle, all Italian foot archers, except for skirmishers, man oh man, those poor skirmishers and their condottieri can be upgraded to get extra armor. And starting in Imperial Age, the condottieri can be trained out of all Italian barracks. No need to research anything, not like the Goths with anarchy. That happens automatically for the Italians. These are the two civilizations. Let's take a very quick look at the map while the players scout with their horses. No other scout units in this matchup, not on the steps. Ooh, it looks like Mr. Yo caught just the tip of our Italian lumberjacks, and our Italian already moving forward with a mill and a horse. Mill well placed right next to all of these deers. Now, if you're wondering what the hell is going on here, why are we not on Arabia? That is because we are on the steppes, a big old open space in the middle, flat ground all the way you can see. Not a lot of resources anywhere in the center. Everyone starts with a good amount of gold. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 12 patches in total. Should be of gold, 5, 5, and 4. Okay, 14 patches of gold. 4, 5, and 5. Okay. So not 12, 14 patches of gold, a whole bunch of stone, 3 piles of stone, and all the wood rings the entirety of the map with very little actual wood anywhere in the middle. Now, what this means is that it's very easy for players to play hide and seek with each other on this map. Take a look. There's a forest already here. It looks like already fully walled off to the east is Mr. Yo. Although looking at the minimap, already fully walled off to the east is DauT as well. So very easy to wall these areas off. For example, this one open alley, I think this is closed. And so it leads to a few interesting potential attack paths, whether a full frontal or some kind of side swipe through the forest. Although we have seen in the past in games I've cast on this map that players sometimes forget to explore avenues or sometimes forget to wall avenues, which again does lead to potential fun. Now, the only annoying thing for me, if I have to look at the minimap to see whose horse this actually is, because unlike the adorable Instagrammable sheep and the piggly wigglies and all the other cute animals on these maps, the horses do not wear any kind of bandanas, any red or blue Bloods or Crips colors to show us whose horse it actually is. And aside from that, pretty damn excited to cast this match as both players head up to feudal off the back of 19 villagers. Why? I mean, who doesn't love seeing the Britons? Who doesn't love seeing the Italians? But the players themselves, I mean, DauT, known for his aggressive attacks. Mr. Yo, known for his solid holds, his tenacious holds. We'll see if the general ethos of both players holds up here. Will DauT attack? Will Mr. Yo hold? And then will Mr. Yo hold well enough that he eventually bursts out of his contain? Or will Mr. Yo be the one putting on the aggression? We'll see. You guys know I don't like to predict anything, because the second I say up is up turns out to be down. Like that Weird Al Yankovic song that says everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. Oh, you can see the outline is blue, though, but behind the structure, both players now in feudal. A spearman is out. He wants that horse. He wants to get that horse. Does it technically count as cavalry? I don't see any kind of armor class or anything on these horses. Oh, fun with Age of Empires. Spearman sees the town center, immediately retreats. No sense in getting any kind of damage. And the horses kind of nuzzling each other here. He's chasing the blue horse. You are not going to catch that horse. Maybe with a skirmisher, you'll be able to corral him into a certain area, but definitely not catching up to that horse with a spearman. Mr. Yo already 2 lumber camps to the back. 2 lumber camps, it looks like, for our Italian as well. Already has a blacksmith. Front of his settlement completely open. So this is, to me, the play of somebody who wants to be aggressive. Of course he is. It's DauT. And this, on the other hand, this big old wall off here of a barracks and archery range and a blacksmith tell me that Mr. Yo wants to be yet again in the position to hold against an aggressive attack. He's got 6 villagers building a tower. DauT's got 4, but DauT's tower goes up first. First mover advantage here to our Italian, who is not going to be able to annoy the hell out of these villagers. I don't know if this tower is going to go up. No, it's at 90%. It's got to go up. Will he lose villagers? Let's see. Doesn't lose a single villager. Tower goes up. In fact, it's DauT's army that takes a whole bunch of damage here. So still no kills for anybody. Spearman having fatigued himself chasing a horse. Oh my goodness, is just resting in front of Mr. Yo's base. Both players, yet again, identical villager count, although it is our Italian who has 5 skirmishers and 2 spears. Not too sure this is a great engage here for Mr. Yo, but against skirmishers, villagers are really not going to take that much damage, especially not once they have loom, and they've got 2 pierce armor against the unit that attacks on a 3 at this point. Mr. Yo very calmly continuing to expand his wall off. Skirmishers, neither player here able to really repair their tower. Oh, there's archers in here now as well. 2 archers. Interesting. I wonder if DauT has seen it, if the archery range, it just automatically transfers like there's an underground tunnel, or if you actually see the units transfer in, the villagers move out, they're probably going to try to repair. First blood to Mr. Yo after all of that at the 13-minute mark of the game. One of his skirmishers lies dead. Get out of my settlement, says Mr. Yo as he guns down that one unfortunate skirmisher. His 4 brethren, his brothers in arms, trying to get something. Mr. Yo's villagers are frozen. They don't know what the hell to do. They're taking a little bit of damage here. Why are they not moving? What the hell's going on here? Well, they were, I guess, so scared and shocked that they decided not to move. So DauT's aggression here is not exactly super duper powerful at the moment. I say at the moment because I don't know if he's going to follow it up with anything. Mr. Yo, for his part, has already walled off the entire southern portion of his base. Yet again, though, there is a path through this forest that looks like this sneaky little path. And this actually does go to the edge of the map. So just one tile, he's got a wall off. Has he seen that part of the map? Yes, he has. So he must know that there is a wall off required in that area. Does manage to get a skirmisher of his opponent, does DauT, but look at this sneaky archer. While the tower was busy attacking his opponent's tower, sneaks in the archer, but looks like there's a skirmisher already to the south, and kill count now stands 5-3 for our Italian. 6-3. He is getting a good amount of kills. Only 1 villager kill, now 2 villager kills right as I say that. But these skirmishers are being very, very annoying. And this is essentially the whole point of a Feudal Age army. You don't really expect a huge amount of kills, but what you do expect is to get villagers to stop being productive, to get garrisoned inside of town centers, to be tickled away at, so that when you actually do come out with, for example, a knight, let's say, a more powerful unit in early castle, it just takes 1 or 2 whacks to kill that villager, as opposed to the whole kit and caboodle of 8 or 9 whacks. So DauT, in that, using that logic, is doing quite well here. Mysterio discovers yet another tower going up right in his face. Villagers again frozen. Why are his villagers freezing? Both players engaging with skirmishers to the south. One hero skirmisher draws his a line in the sand with his toe. I was gonna say toes the sand, but that sounds a little dirty. And says, no more for you. You will not pass here. But DauT does exactly that as he now floods the area. That being said, he's only 3 villagers ahead. Army count is still identical. Both players not really banking any resources. I see on the minimap Mr. Yo's horse, I'm assuming, is still searching the southern extremities of the map. Where is DauT's horse, by the way? Let's take a quick look. Oh, yeah, he's right in front of there. Okay, so a bit more of a scuffle here. Both players still continuing to build military. Our Italian sinking more food into scouts. And he has made himself at home. He's got basically one of everything. A barracks, an archery range, and a stable all in the forward position. And he's going even more scouts. His food count is going to go... It's basically going to plummet if he continues pumping out scout units. He senses that he might have done a good amount of damage. That being said, not really. I mean, we know it with our caster's god's eye view that at the moment both of them have the exact same military kills, 11 apiece, but it is our Italian who's got 2 villager kills. Ooh, plops down a market, but this alley here is open. If this house goes down, oh, he's too slow. Oh, but now, okay, too slow for a second. The scout is now trapped, but the scout doesn't really have much to do, and Mysterio must be loving this. It's giving these villagers, or rather a villager, time to complete this tower, and DauT finds himself backing away. Still, despite all the flurry of activity, not a single kill. And it is our Italian with that 15% cheaper advanced age cost going up to Castle Age first, 2 minutes away. But Mr. Yo just now gets the resources, just now clicks up, and is literally only 40 in-game seconds away from his opponent. That being said, with DauT's military infrastructure being placed right here, 40 seconds might be a pretty strong advantage. It's not like his units have to crawl all the way from his original settlement to Mr. Yo's. He's already here. So defender's advantage has been turned on its head. It is DauT with our aggressor's advantage. I was going to say offender's advantage, but that sounds kind of wrong. Okay, Mr. Yo did plug up this hole, so DauT's scout is trapped. And let's see if we can ferret out what kind of direction our Italian wants to go. He's investing more in archery upgrades. Our Briton, the exact same thing, getting padded archer armor. So both are going to have +1/+1 on their ranged units. Mr. Yo loses 2. DauT loses 2. So tit for tat continues. But what can you do? That's the nature of the beast when you have identical armies with identical upgrades and identical units. I'm expecting at this point Mr. Yo's going to lose one. Yeah, now DauT's going to lose one. Now Mr. Yo's going to lose one. No, DauT, okay. So the ping pong, the yo-yo, up and down, a monastery. Okay, I thought for sure a siege workshop first, but no, monastery play it is. So he uses his 40-second advantage to pump out 1 knight, a monk, and almost complete construction on a monastery. Mr. Yo has no clue that any of this is here. He's probably going to see the monk pop out of the ether. He is going to town centers. Oh, goodness. What does he see? Does he think he has the luxury? He doesn't see any attacking army here. He sees the flags on this stable, so he knows some kind of cavalry unit is coming out. I mean, these are 2 red houses that can get deleted at any moment, leaving a pretty good avenue of attack here along the edge of the blue town center's attack radius. And now Mr. Yo sees it. I wonder if he thinks his 2 town centers are a mistake. And his skirmishers are going to die. Ooh, but he's got to be careful. He's got to be careful. DauT is chasing this knight. Oh, he gets double teamed, the monk. Beautiful snipe there by our Briton to get that monk. Resets the monk count to 0, and I don't see a single monk training at the moment. So that's basically all she wrote for DauT. Monk comes out. Monk takes a bunch of sword slashes, dies. And now Mysterio's doing what Mysterio needs to do, which is draw away DauT's army away from his base as far as he possibly can, so that he has time to build up his own military. Okay, he's getting a monk out of his own. Our Italian's going battering ram, so he wants to absolutely just wreck. I'm not too sure why he needs battering rams. You just delete this palisade and you have full access to Mysterio's base, right? Am I missing something? He's got 2 houses here he can delete. He doesn't need 22 population space at the moment, not if he's going rams. Mysterio pops out with 2 scouts. They are only at a +6 attack bonus against monks, but they will eventually get it, and they do eventually get him. And then Mysterio does the exact same thing, heads south, heads east, anywhere and everywhere except for the front of his base. He is playing fantastic. DauT seems to be falling for it. Oh, only momentarily. He retreats up north. I think he knows what Mysterio is doing, and he's saying, you know what? Forget that. I have an attack coming. I've got a battering ram out. I've got 1 more battering ram in production. And so I am going to bring back my entire army. It looks like the monk did get the convert on the knight. Not bad at all. Second battering ram comes out. So the barracks with 2 spearmen inside, unupgraded whatsoever, is definitely going to fall. Mysterio's horse still in the back of DauT's base. DauT's horse? Where is DauT's horse now? Now he's exploring the western portion of the map. Barracks falls. House falls. Look at Mysterio's stone count. 686. Where is he going to plop the castle down? DauT, 400 stone. Where is he going to plop his castle down in a minute? Oh, another conversion. Our Briton just teefing these knights all the live long day. Oh, beautiful volley. Wow, that mangonel manages to get 2 monks before it ultimately succumbs to the battering ram's battering ram. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know what the exact name of the log in the center of a battering ram is. That not the actual ram? In any event, my ignorance aside, 3 Briton knights close in. There's only a few spearmen here. 1 knight dies. 1 gets converted. Okay. Okay, Mysterio's cleaning this up. Saves the monastery. That's, okay. I mean, he loses the barracks, loses the siege workshop, but saves the monastery. I don't know that that's of the 3 that I would have chosen to save, but does give him access to, I guess, more monks. If your opponent is going pure knights, monks are definitely the way you want to go. And there's the castle for Mysterio, but it's being placed after he's already cleaned up DauT's attack. DauT's placing his own castle. Both players playing very conservatively. I was going to say, because the aggression's already over, why not place your castle further forward? And DauT, if you're not ready to end the aggression, why are you placing your castle back here? Very interesting play. Why did that castle attack his own knight there for a second? What the hell was that? I don't know what the hell that was. That was very confusing. Unless I saw something incorrectly. And look at these villagers. Tower be damned. We don't care. We need this gold. We want this gold. Mysterio, this is his last mineable gold patch. Oh, goodness gracious. He's got gold, stone, and gold all in the forward position. And DauT, he's right here. The aggression. It's looming over his head. It's not really ended. Don't really expect to see Genoese crossbows, although we do have a few knights out for our Briton, who is now investing in economic upgrades. Both horses still alive. Elite skirmisher upgrade for our Italian. Mysterio moves forward, deletes one of his own knights rather than give him to the Italian Commonwealth. Outpost sees everything for a brief moment before Mysterio decides to blind his opponent. Looks like his horse is still here. Where's DauT's horse? DauT's horse is still kind of running around. Hasn't this guy really explored the eastern edges of the map? So is sending them forward. What's in here? Oh my god, he's going longbow. Oh, you love to see it. You rarely see it, but you love to see it. Mr. Yo looks like 40 seconds ahead of his opponent, is heading up to Imperial first. Where are you guys going? Are you going to try to bust your way in through this palisade? Nope, you're just kind of parked here waiting for the villager to complete construction of that outpost. Looks like there's a villager to the south kind of making his way in a cup shape all the way to Mr. Yo's base. And Mr. Yo says, wait a second, I know you've got knights. Where the hell are your knights? What are you planning, you cheeky trickster? And there we go. Mr. Yo sees it. The scouting is fantastic. Wonder why he went with a knight and not an actual just scout. And look at this. DauT did what DauT does, which is push. Mr. Yo did what Mr. Yo does, which is hold. And now the game is a one big question mark. Military kills are basically identical. DauT's got 11 villager kills because he's just been in Mr. Yo's face. In Yo's face. Basically the entire game. But when it comes to military kills, man, oh man, they're basically identical at 30. Actually, they are identical at 36. Does the castle get the tip of the siege workshop? We'll find out if we find out. Longbows are out. Let's take a look at their upgrades. Ooh, only 8 range, only 2 attack, only 1 armor. Mr. Yo is in Imperial. He is going economic handcard. Okay, chemistry is going to help. Definitely going to help. We've got thumb ring for our skirmishers. Okay. Someone is going to have to make a move. Who will that someone be? Elite skirmishers 18, 8 longbows. And Mr. Yo is just shoring up his defenses. And the first treb is out for our Briton, who is going, of course, immediately after the castle. First ball lands, and look at the slew of upgrades. Stone mining, chemistry. We saw bracer. 2 man. So I thought I read that wrong. 2-man saw. But bracer also, and chemistry also for our Italian. Remember, their university technologies are a third cheaper. Their gunpowder units are also cheaper. Do I expect to see gunpowder units out of our Italian? I don't know. It's hard to say. He's got 5 archery ranges. Another castle for Mr. Yo, very close to the first one. He really wants to secure these resources. Really wants to, or really needs to. He's got 1 last mineable patch of gold. Great shot by the mangonel. Another one. Oh, the villagers don't repair for... I think Mr. Yo misclicked. It looked like his villagers went to mine stone. Oh, DauT is getting the monks. 2 monks lay dead. No more monks. But we've got Warwolf for our Briton trebs. Remember, I said they can be upgraded to do blast damage. They can be upgraded to get 100% accuracy against stationary units like this trebuchet. See how they miss? They miss. 1 hits. Now they're not going to miss. Now they are going to hit every single time. So these trebs for red are basically dead. They are basically dead. Wow, Warwolf. What an absolute badass upgrade. Where are these 8 longbows, and why did Mr. Yo stop producing army? His army count is 12 to 40. DauT also, by the way, looks like he's trying to do a little bit of a reach around from the backside here. What is this? His horse is trapped. I think Mr. Yo doesn't realize that this is his opponent's horse and not his own. I say that in jest. Of course he realizes it's not his horse. On the minimap, it's a red dot. Mr. Yo's planning a big ol' switch into cavalry, it looks like. Oh yeah, there's forging, there's chain barding armor, conscription, light cavalry. He's got 38 villagers on food, so he's planning on swarming this skirmisher army with an untold number of light cavalry units. And where are the skirmishers going? Oh, I know exactly where they're going. They're going to their deaths because they are nothing but a meat shield for these bombard cannons. And as long as the bombard cannons move around, they will be safe from the trebs. They cannot stop. Oh my god. Oh, ungarrison your longbows. Lose 2 or 3 of them, but get this guy. Get this guy. You've got to get him. This is the last bad unit Everything else is so killable, especially with werewolf. Oh my god, werewolf trebs. Okay, he does manage to get the bombard cannon. Longbow exposes himself for a brief second. Mr. Yo still at 11 army supply. His opponent knocked down to 32. This is a very low stakes unit kills, but so exciting. DauT basically sacrificing as many skirmishers as he needs to in order to get the bombard cannons to get into position. He's got 4 of them already. They are 20% cheaper. The werewolf trebs, though, backed by the Briton longbows, are here. And where are Mr. Yo's light cavalry units? That colony of stables in the back. Where are you? What are you doing? The longbows are engaging with skirmishers. Yikes. Okay, they're going after the juicier target here to the back. Did Mr. Yo wait a little bit too long? What is going on here? Why did he not unleash his light cav 2 minutes ago? Their upgrades are fantastic. They're just missing the last attack upgrade. Armor-wise, they're great. They should be able to soak up a good amount of damage, but DauT is just throwing so much trash at Mr. Yo. You'd think he's playing Byzantines. And there's that DauT castle we all know and love. As 4 trebs, 3 bombards, 7 death dealers here to the left. As Mr. Yo's entire army is engaged on the right, there is nothing he has that can stop this. He's training 6 light cavalry units at a time, but again, if they had just shown up a little bit earlier, if they had just come out 2 minutes ago. But wait a second, wait a second. Oh my god, there's 1 light cav that's just being left alone. He's just being left alone. Oh my god, who wins this? Who wins this? Oh my god. 4 HP. That is sour, sour, sour for Mr. Yo. But again, these trebs from DauT are basically dead. Man, the blast damage on these werewolf trebs is just epic to watch. And now DauT is inside the base. He's fanning out his light cav at the same time. We've got a whole bunch of trebs going down for both players, but ultimately the Briton trebs will win this one out with their 100% accuracy. I mean, I say that, but it looks like behind this they're being repaired. Nope, they go down, and the Briton treb stands. Send a villager, repair it. Is there another treb to the right? No, there isn't. I thought I saw a treb ball. I was wrong. Okay, they're repairing the treb now that the danger has passed. Mr. Yo, somehow, with half the army count, down to 99 villagers. He hasn't dealt with these marauding light cavalry units of his opponent at all. 63 villagers have been killed. Now he's moving forward. He's trying to get the bombards again. 1 goes down, 2nd goes down, a 3rd probably will survive, it looks like. Yeah, he's... Oh, maybe not, maybe not. 1 ball goes off, gets the Briton treb. No, he did survive. Wow, DauT starting to mix in crossbows as well. Would love to see some Genoese crossbows, and in that case, the light cav will absolutely die. Wondering why he's not mixing those Ninja Turtles in. Tell me they don't look like Ninja Turtles when they walk with their giant Pavite shields on their back that look like turtle shells. And all of a sudden, Mr. Yo just collapses. His army count down to almost nothing. Villagers raided to hell and back. And look at our Italians' army supply. Not the most sophisticated army, not the most insane army we've seen. No unique units whatsoever, but made up of 2 important components: meat shield designed to die, and death dealers from behind, the bombards, the trebs. Just absolutely epic, epic army composition out of our Italian. And wow, Mr. Yo, what was he training before? Only 2 light cav at a time. He's got 6 stables. He's only training 2 light cav. He's got 500 food. Why? Because DauT raided him, pulled a Mr. Yo, and sent a bunch of units in various directions. And man, oh man, DauT showing us how to use a meat shield properly. What a fantastic, fantastic play. Look at him. What is this, box art? How many stables does he have? I'm going to zoom out. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. 11 stables. 5 archery ranges. Man, oh man, 2 castles would have loved. I think the game could have been over 5 minutes ago if he had mixed in some Genoese crossbows. these light cavalry units would not stand a chance. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Genoese crossbows come with +5 attack bonus against cavalry, and they are just absolutely death inducing killers. What am I trying to say? The point is, light cav melt like hot butter on a car dash in the middle of July in the face of any Genoese crossbows, but he didn't need them. He's got the meat shield. Let's take a look at the stats. Only 59 light cav, 123. Yeah, so DauT just going full on Byzantine, spamming units. PKPM, at the 12-second mark of the game. PKPM right at the end of the game, although sub 100 tells us it was a relaxed game. It looks like for both of them. Economy is about 20% bigger for our Italian. All 4 resources going to him. Conversions, 5 out of 252 is not good at all. That's about 2% of the entire army. And kill count, look at that, 70 villagers killed. 70. So even though Mr. Yo, with the defender's advantage, the castles that were just raining holy hell on the heads of these skirmishers, does have double, it looks like, the military kills of his opponent. It's the 70 villager kills that just hamstring him. And unlike a normal map like Arabia, where you can expand and go into various directions, ultimately the wall off here worked against Mr. Yo, because he can't expand anywhere. He can't expand to the right. There's a barrier here, and he's got no way right now of cutting that barrier down except with villagers. He can't really expand to the left because, again, same story. Are you going to delete your own structures? Maybe, but DauT's already here. And so without the ability to expand, without the ability to run away, if your opponent is attacking from one side, you expand and then run away to the other, which a lot of pro players love to do. A lot of players, period, love to do. Mr. Yo just got to take a look at the minimap, gets backed into a corner, and DauT just builds his infrastructure. I mean, this is in the shape of an arrowhead going straight for Mr. Yo's base. And again, absolutely love the use of the meat shield. This is basically all just garbage units designed to die. 13 skirmishers, even crossbowmen, I would say at this point, are a garbage unit. And I don't mean garbage in the sense that they're bad. I mean the garbage in the sense of you put them here for the castle to focus on, while your Trebs and your Bombards just absolutely wreck everything. And Mr. Yo made a few pretty good sorties out of his base. There's a lot of blue bodies lying here. A lot of red Bombard cannons also bit the dust. But ultimately, with this massive army supply lead, it is DauT who is victorious. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.